So the first question I wanted to ask you is, how did we get here? What is your story?
Sure. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much. So first of all, like I shared with the women entrepreneurs earlier, my parents are from the Philippines, immigrated to Kitwe, Zambia, Africa, and
Yeah.
then eventually immigrated here to Canada. And my parents were like, "You got to follow these steps to be successful." And I was following those steps. I went to school, graduated, got a job. So I did the job 15 years. Met my husband, had kids. So I did everything that I thought was all the things that would make me successful. But then, as I shared with everyone, like finding my creative passion by baking my daughter's first birthday cake,
Yeah.
like Keisha, that was a catalyst for me to go, whoa, 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 like what is this thing?
Yeah.
So I really started to, that's where I built the business and started to figure out what I wanted to do for myself.
Yeah.
And so that's when I became a creative entrepreneur. Then eventually built my different businesses from the ground up.
Yeah.
So it's been an honor. And then to get here right now, as I was sharing, community is something that I only discovered by being an entrepreneur. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you're hustling, you're out there. You've probably heard many stories from women today, but you meet all this community, and the only way you can grow your business is by meeting others who are like-minded,
Yeah.
because it helps you stay motivated in the hustle. And so when I met the community, I was like, wow, what is this? So now being here as a parliamentarian, it's really being a voice for the community, whether
Yeah.
that's women, entrepreneurs, mums,
Yeah.
and et cetera. So it's really an honor just to be able to serve this country.
Yeah. What has been the biggest challenge in your career thus far, and how did you overcome it?
I think what I'll share, I mean, there's a lot, but I'll share that I think at the beginning, I'll go back to what I said earlier. Sometimes women are told what's right for them.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to this singular voice, like, thou shalt be an engineer,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was going to be it. And so your mind follows this one single track. So my challenge for me in life was to break away from the thought that that was the only thing that was for me.
Yeah.
But as soon as I let go of that thought and I said, what else is out there?
Yeah.
I just kind of step into whatever space I need to, and I really follow the universe and where it brings. And if women in particular are more open-minded
Yeah.
and seek within themselves, what is the thing that they're passionate about? What is the thing that they believe in? It's amazing when you marry that with entrepreneurship, you can just like run and like you can go.
Yeah. As a minister, what would you say is your main goal?
When it comes to women, I think it's our government is really there to support women, in particular women entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I shared it earlier. It's our women entrepreneurship strategy. What does this mean?
Yeah.
All it is, for me, I think about my experience as an entrepreneur, there weren't at the time supports available to me as easily or options. So through our women entrepreneurship strategy, what we're doing is we're literally leveling the playing field and saying we need more women entrepreneurs to contribute to our economy. And when we support women entrepreneurs, we're going to contribute $150 billion in this amazing economy that we have in Canada.
Yeah.
So my goal is to continue to support inclusive entrepreneurship. Women is one example, but we also have our Black entrepreneurship program, our 2S LGBTQI plus entrepreneurship program, and our Indigenous entrepreneurship programs as well. It's building a economy that is inclusive, but is saying, hey, like we're going to encourage you, we're going to lift you up, and then
Yeah.
by doing that, we're having everyone contribute in our economy.
Yeah. So how can women entrepreneurs find you and find these opportunities? Because I think, we're building a world where they all are starting to exist, like we're creating the resources, but then you still hear like, but where do I go? They have no idea where to go.
That's a great question. Well, I think I'm pretty much everywhere on social media. Rechie Valdez with an E, Rechi.
Yeah.
But as far as like here we are, the backdrop is this amazing NACO
Amazing.
convention,
Yeah.
right? NACO is one of our ecosystem partners that empowers women. So whether that's through the women entrepreneurship strategy or ecosystem partner like NACO, or just holistically, there's many different ways that if you follow me on social media, I share all of our resource. And I
Yeah.
feel, Keisha, my number one job is to communicate,
Yeah.
is to get the word out there about what's available. And entrepreneurs, we're just like in the hustle every
Yes.
single day. We're in there. We don't know like we don't know to look up and go, oh, there's actually these amazing supports available for me.
Yeah.
So whether that's capital, whether that's supports through our ecosystem partners or our entrepreneurship knowledge hub, we've created an ecosystem to support women entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So we've seen what happens when you're given quote unquote bad advice. But what is some amazing advice you've been given that's really helped you along your way?
You kind of touched on it earlier on the
Okay,
stage.
yeah.
You talked about the challenges we have as women, and what I want to say to that is that we need to believe in ourselves more.
Oh, yes.
It's that whole like we need to trust our inner instincts more than because it's already in us.
Yeah.
It's a matter of having confidence and really even ourselves believing in it. The minute I was able to stop listening to the noise and turn down the volume on that noise, the better I was able to go, oh my gosh, like I know exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And so to your point earlier, the more that women can kind of like tap in and tune into that inner voice, the more authentic we're going to be, the more we're going to step up in places of leadership, or in this case, entrepreneurship, and the more we're going to put ourselves out there. Because when we fully believe in ourselves and our capabilities, the more we'll be able to shine in this world.
Yeah, and there's so much that can be done with confidence, right? Like, if I'm going into a room and I know I know it's intimidating and I'm nervous, I will go research every person that's going to be in the room.
Yeah.
I will research the company. Do they have stocks? I want to know everything you can think of, because the more I know, the more I build my confidence.
Exactly.
And I try to tell women that all the time. Like, any space that you're in, you can master your craft, but it doesn't hurt to know more.
Exactly.
Because the more you know, it's just, it changes the way you walk. It changes the way, and I think oftentimes with women in business, we are kind of designed to almost think about how we appear, what we look like, down from makeup to hair to nails to outfit. What is it, stylish? Is it trending? Like, that's so consuming to be worried about our exterior that we don't have enough time, or we're not given enough time to really think about what it means to be entering these spaces and how our voice is more valuable than what we're wearing that day. So I think that if women just think past all the superficial nonsense and all the pressures that have been applied to us and really dig deep, we got a lot to say and do.
100%. And I love what you said. It ties to what I said earlier. In order for you to have confidence, you need to come prepared.
Yes.
And if you come prepared, you're going to be like you'll just move through spaces.
It's different.
Like,
You just walk in the room differently.
But you need to take the time to do that. That's the piece I think that women are good at.
Yeah.
We just have to prioritize doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all the funds that you support and you're wanting entrepreneurs to come in and whatnot, what are some of like the deciding factors for them to come in, or are there none?
Well, with our women entrepreneurship strategy, we have the Women Entrepreneurship Loan Fund.
Yeah.
Through our ecosystem partners, you can come and have access to it.
Yeah.
It's really a matter of a conversation to meet with our ecosystem partners to help get that funding. We also have our small business financing program that's accessible through financial institutions. But there are so much available. And again, if you've just link in my bio, like in any social media platform, I have everything broken down, very easily accessible, so that women entrepreneurs and all entrepreneurs can access it.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Very cool to speak
I'm a big
to you.
fan.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm a big fan of you now, so now I'm leaving here with a fan of someone. I can't wait. I'm going to go look at all your stuff online.
Well, thank you so much,
I'm going to be like,
it's so glad. I'm so glad to see you here.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you. I hope to see you at the next one.
100%.
Will I see you at the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Looking at your team.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.